Hello, welcome chat. Hope y'all doing fine. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I get started. I would like to have more people in. But yeah, this stream is gonna be on replay anyways. But it'd be cool to interact with people a bit and answer some questions. I'm drinking a chalky milk right now to soothe my brain. Holy shit, we're almost at 3K on this channel. I haven't spent much time on this channel, to be honest, because it's well, music takes time to make. It takes longer than making videos. But it's alright. It's chill. Hello, welcome, Dave. I'm gonna just say the names of people. Well, we have Viniki that I don't know if she's here. Alpha Seth, Crisis fanboy. I love Crisis, by the way. And hello, Dave. Hello, Jello Beans. Welcome. It's nice to have you all around. Let me just do something real quick. I feel I'm headed to the stream. Let's go. Incredible. Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of people seem to not be able to make it to my streams, and I don't know if it's because of the time zone. It's hard to manage. I don't know how to name the title of the stream. Hold on. I think that should do it. I'm not so sure anymore. You made it easier by pinging Discord. I usually ping. So, yeah. But it's fine. I mean, I get it. I'm gonna be opening FL Studio now. Sorry if you can hear me drink. I don't think I have any noise suppression on my mic. I do. Then I don't fucking know. Anyways. Today I'm gonna be... It's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one. Um, yeah. I need a couple minutes. So who's here at the moment? Let me check. We have Dave, we have Jello, we have Alpha Seth. I can't see how many people are in this. I don't know. Oops, sorry. I don't know why I just can't. I don't know how to do it. At least with OBS, I have to go on my channel and check. Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus. Okay, we have 8 people watching. That's nice. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I have hiccups. What the fuck? Damn. Absolute Solver. Hi, I have arrived. Hello, they have arrived. What's up? And welcome. Welcome, welcome. um well, let's open the project in the meantime because it's gonna be, this one's a big one. Where the hell is it? Is it this one? I don't know. Oh god, I have too many versions. Love your OSTs. Gotta say they keep me worried all the time. Thanks. I'm glad it has its effect. I'm just trying to figure out which. I think it's this one. Because I had different copies. I don't know which one it is right now. Oof. It's loading. Can you make next video how I make Parasite sounds? I might. I don't know yet. I might, but I don't know yet. I don't know when. I'm terrible at multitasking. It's horrendous. Or just regret their IRL sounds. I do both. I don't own a zoo, which would be amazing, but it would be ridiculous and not worth it. So I sometimes just search for like random animal sounds online, anything that sounds good, and I can transform. And sometimes I layer it with my voice and a bunch of effects. I've made a stream once. Well, I privated it because I was kind of embarrassed by how it turned. But like I showed how I made the Kirin sound effects. This is grounded. That's gonna be a big one to break down. I don't know if I'm gonna go through everything, but I'm gonna go and try to show the essential. So, for the people who make music, mostly, some people might not understand, but might just be interested in hearing what I have to say, even if they don't have a fucking clue of what's happening. But yeah, I'm gonna just turn this off and play the track from the beginning. Well, actually, I might keep this on. It's gonna be easier. Yeah, it absolutely did. It took me forever. I wasn't so sure what I wanted to make to either. Anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to show off the full track again. Damn, the guitar is such a sick addition. If I heard this in game, I would probably lose my mind. Thanks. I'm glad you would lose your mind. So where to even get started here? First off, I want to talk about the inspiration of this track. So, what inspired me for this song was a track from Oddworld Stranger's Wrath and a track from Halo 3 called Shadows. I need to fucking show you the tracks just so you have an idea. But I mean, the sound design is different, but hold on. Let me read the chat real quick. I have a question. Did you only make music, or did you make music and effects? By effects, I mean rotor response or the commanding. I made the Parasite sound effects. A lot. I made the dispatcher sounds when they spawn, routers, beckons. I kept the original sounds because they were iconic, but I mixed them with something else. I didn't do the compendium sound. That was by Alberta. He's been making a couple sounds too. He worked on a few sounds that are gonna be in the next patch, hopefully. But yeah, that's been helping a lot. But yeah, we still have some sound effects that are placeholders. But yeah, we're reworking on them because we want our own stuff. Sorry, I have terrible hiccups. It's awful. So one of the tracks that inspired me for this one is, hold on, let me just do something real quick. Why is this happening? All right. So I'm gonna share my this. All right. This was one of the tracks that inspired me for it. I really like this track. Stream might get strike, like copyright strike, but I don't care. If you can't hear it while you watch the replay, I suggest you go search for it. This game is amazing. I'll skip a little bit. So yeah, that's one of the tracks. I'm not gonna show it entirely. It's gonna be destroyed by YouTube anyways because that's heavily copyrighted for some reason because of fucking networks that just wants to strike everybody. So that's from that's a video game. I mean, it's Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. It's very fucking good. It was on PS2. I played it, and it was also inspired of this track from Halo 3 called Shadows, which is the Floods theme. But I added my own twist to it, as you could have heard. But yeah, mostly the rhythmic. The rhythm is great. Yeah, this one's really simple, but it's rather creepy. But yeah, you get the idea. So then oops, FLC is not sharing. So I made my own thing out of that and kind of just turned something different, but with those ideas in mind, to be fair, but yeah. So where to even start here? First off, let me remove these. So that sound in the beginning was supposed to be the only sound you hear during the scent. because I didn't think of making a soundtrack for Ascent. I didn't know I would have been able to do that or how it would be implemented. I was just like, fuck it, let's just make a track. That's literally the only sound I had made in the beginning for it. That was the only thing that was going to play. Without the drums. And yeah. In the intro we have some Parasite sounds too, like adapted long arms. We have a lot of different adapted Parasite sounds I've put in. But they're stretched. They just play slower. But I think it adds a lot to the vibe. But yeah. How did I make that sound here? I think I used Serum. I did. Let me turn off the sidechain. Yeah, I've used Serum. How the fuck did I do that? I can't remember. I kind of just... Oh yeah, there's literally no effects on the patch itself. It's all coming from the mixer. Alright. So, I kind of just fucked around with the sine waves here. I think, yeah, that was a basic shape. What I did here, let me open another one. So I used that one wavetable from Serum. It's called basic shape. And what I did pretty much is just, I think I did morph crossfade. Nope, that's not what I did. I don't remember what I did here. How did I do it? God damn it. I can't even show you how I made this stuff. How the hell? Oops. Damn, I don't remember how I made this wavetable. It says basic shape, so I'm guessing I had used this one, but then I transformed it with the whatever shit that's going on here. Oh, I think I might have... I played around with the... Yeah, I can't recreate that. I don't remember how I did it. But it's a very spectral wavetable. That's how you get this kind of eerie... If I remove all the effects. Let me remove all the effects real quick. That's just how it sounds. Hello, Bioman. That's how it sounds by default. So yeah, we have an LFO here, linked to the wavetable position. Oh, the rate is at 8 bars. It's really... I wish I could show you how I made it. I don't remember how I did that. It's how I made this sound in particular that is here, that plays. It's whatever. But yeah, I activated oscillator B because I want to add a bit more to it, but I'm using an FM from B, so that's just... I'm not so sure how FM works anymore, so I don't know how to explain it, but I know that it just brings some of the sounds of the wavetable from B and just merge them with this. But I don't know if it's in pitch or in hertz or in phase. I don't know. It's strange. That's just how it sounds. If you use Serum, you just copy this and whatever, you got it. Yeah, hello, filter here just to cut some of the high ends. Then I don't know why I added gain. Make this louder, I guess. Doesn't matter. That's from kilohertz. Another EQ to cut some of the low ends. Reverb, delay. A lot of reverb. So it sounds with the delay on its own. A lot of dry too. I mean, the dry is just very low. Or high? I don't know. That doesn't matter. This is just for transition purpose. Pitch shifter. I don't even know why I have a pitch shifter here, but it's fine. But if I could try and recreate a similar sound, because it's kind of shit if I'm not able to show you. So it's fine. So I'm just gonna do that. So select the same wavetable. I'm gonna play around with the effects. I hope my FL2 did not crash. No, never mind, it didn't. So yeah, basic shapes. I think more spectral. No, doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't know what it. I don't fucking know. How did I do that? I don't remember. Did I? What the fuck did I do? I can't remember. It's horrendous. I cannot teach you how I did this. Doesn't matter. I mean, I said I was gonna make a similar sound anyways. So if I turn this on, turn the volume down, and use an FM from B because it's the B oscillator. Oh, my ears. Yeah, oops. Normalize each. Oh, there we go. Still sounds kind of weird. Doesn't sound like the current sound I have at all. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Ah. Right. Little boogie zombie. Oh my god, I don't know how I did it. I can't remember. What a shame. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to move on. It's not a very interesting sound anyways. Anyways, doesn't matter. I think the most interesting sound is this bass here. I mean, yeah, I know that. But saving it doesn't change the fact that I don't remember how I made it. So I made that bass by accident. I mean, I was fucking around, which is what I usually do when I do sound design, but like, let me remove all the effects. By default, it sounds like this. Yeah, that's the scent theme. Lots of shit going on here. Really like this. So this is how it sounds without the effects from the mixer. But it also have a fuck ton of effects here. Damn, that's how it sounds without any effects. So what's going on here is that, fucking hell. I don't even remember. So we have a basic shape on oscillator B. The unison's at 3. I mean, I don't even need to tell you all this. You can just see it and yeah, you can just look at it. But I'm just talking because it's cool. Unless you're here, you don't understand what's going on, I can just show you. But I don't know if it's gonna change anything. It's gonna go so hard. I haven't heard it in game yet. So since you need to do ascent. Ascent can happen like at random times, I believe, but I don't know when they happen. I mean, at random times, but like it's random because I don't know how to talk. I'm gonna move on. So yeah, basic shape, volumes on 0 here. I have an LFO at 1.8 rate, and it's just kind of just create this movement. If I remove that, it just sounds flat. Well, not really, because we have a LFO2 that's playing with the pitch, which makes it like a little bouncy, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Oscillator B, acid wavetable. The position on both are like, this is on 2, this is on 57. I have the LFO here, LFO1 linked to the volume 2. And here LFO2 that is linked to the pitch. And I think it's, yeah, it goes up and down. So that's how the envelopes look like. And if I move it around, it just... So I kind of just played around until I find something that sounds nice. Hello, Zorgoliath. Welcome, broski. So what else do we got? We have a macro here that is linked to the octave of oscillator B, and it just, when I move it, it just goes 1 octave higher. So I just kind of, yeah, I drag that to +9. And I think you can hear the difference from here. It kind of just changes octave on 1 oscillator just to create some variety in the sound. It's just like there's like and yeah, I modulated that here so it just goes up and down. You can see it here. That's what the macro serves for. Yeah, unison here is a third. I don't think I did anything else here. I have a bit of white noise. We can't really hear it, but we can hear it when I start adding more effects. Filter here, band 24. Cutoff is at like 280 hertz. The drive is at almost 198. And the mix is at 98. I think it's very important that they're like that because it really makes a difference. It sounds weird right now with all these things on, but like, yeah. And then what really creates the sound, like, that transforms it is the distortion. So we have the distortion here, like, and we have like the tube 1. And the drive is on 70. You can already hear a difference. Multiband compressor. I mean, it's a regular compressor, but you can activate multiband. Again, is at 6.5. Threshold at -15.2. I don't know if I played with these. I don't remember, at least. I don't really do, because I always use this compressor for multibanding. Not really anything else. So that's good. And here another filter with the Phase 48 Plus preset. And that's how it sounds. I tried to use Vital instead of Serum, so wouldn't know. I mean, they're pretty similar, just have a different interface. But when you think about it, like Vital is free. I don't use Vital because it's just another Serum to me. It has a bit more option, but like, well, I kind of use it if I want to find a different kind of sound because of the way it's built. But like, I I stick to serum because I'm just used to it. I use the faceplant in worst case scenario because faceplant is just like unlimited features. You can add so many things to faceplant. It's just unlimited. It's infinite. There's like a couple very small things that I don't understand why you can't do. But apart from that, I think it's the plugin to go with sound design nowadays. Like I don't think there can be anything better unless it's free. But Vital is free, so it's good for producers that that get started, to be fair. But yeah, I bought Serum at the time when Vital didn't exist, and I just stuck with it. And it's like, you buy it, you have it for free. You have Serum 2 for free, too. You don't have to buy Serum 2. But I don't think you can buy Serum 1 anymore. Because Serum 2 is just the exact same thing. You just have, like, a bit more features. So there's really no point buying the first Serum. Well, unless you're broke. And, I guess it would make sense. That's the only reason why I guess you would need to buy Serum 1. Well, anyways, I'm yapping. I have Serum, but I still don't know how to use bass in a good way. Tutorials, I guess. But the problem with tutorials too, like, it's at the time tutorials were like good because like there was not too many, but like fucking YouTube is over flooded with tutorials. You don't even know what you're looking for. But honestly, I can recommend I don't know what to recommend actually. I recommend Virtual Rat. They make very dubstepy stuff. I mean, it's dubstep producer, but like they did a lot of tutorial and sound design. They're like literally the absolute goat in sound design currently in the EDM industry. It's crazy. And he's very, very good. I really don't have a good money income. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. Anyways, back to this. So that's pretty much how I made the sound. I'll try to make a playlist on my channel where I just gather tutorials and I can send them to people. I can try and do that, but sound design is hard when you search for something specific, but if you don't really know when you want to create something unique, you just really need to mess around and not be scared to like fucking crank up the pitch up, like, or anything. You just need to play around with anything. Just do the randomest fucking shit and see what you get from it. That's really how sound design works. It's there's no rules. So yeah, so I've linked this bass to my mixer. I've put it into the mixer, added some reverb. So that's how it looks like. Some EQ. Went to cut some of the high ends, but I think the high ends are coming back later in the track. It's just to create more build up. But yeah, an OTT, because why the fuck not? OTT comes with Serum. I think you can get X for OTT from, it's the same people who made Serum. This effect comes from the same people who made Serum, from X for record, and it's free. At least yeah, it is. I had it for free, unless they made it yeah, payable now. So yeah, some delay, a lot of modulation going on. I don't know if I have the head to just go through it, but like, I kind of just created an automation clip with the delay here. It just goes up and down. Oh yeah, and we also have the modulated octave. So it's suddenly high pitched, then it spits down. Oh yeah, and also the pitch goes down at some point. I mean, it goes up and down because, yeah, I do have a macro here linked to the matrix. It's oh yeah, macro 1 master tune. Yeah, you're going global master tune pretty much. Now your macro is it's just like a general pitch. You just play with it and your entire sound is the entire pitch is moving up and down. And yeah, it's so I created an automation clip with that, and I guess now it just like it starts very flat, and in this part it just goes like, yeah. I don't know if you can hear the difference. It's hard for me to explain my process. I'm not very good. We also have a sub bass going on in the back. Pretty much the same process with a pitch. It just kind of follows the same movement as the bass. But this bass was made with, well, basic shapes, the sine wave, and the saw wave from basic shapes on oscillator B and oscillator 1. I'm kind of a mess when I explain stuff, but at least you can see what's going on, so that's good. Yeah. And the pitch is, they can hear, goes up and down like boom. So the macro 1 here is linked to the CRS, which is the pitch of the wavetables. So you just drag them and do that, and I create a animation clip with the, yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget to put a filter here, because or else you'll hear the high ends of the saw wave. Also, oscillator B is a little lower in volume, just so you don't hear too much of this sound. It's just kind of more subtle. And I think, yeah, we have a vibrato going on with LFO 1 that I've linked to Finn. And I think this is at like 59 or 50. I don't remember. Yeah, it was 59. Yeah, I think that's solved for this sound. I did a weird thing with the envelope here. And here we have some distortion from kilohertz. Very simple distortion effect. Very nice. And an EQ just before that. It's important the way you arrange your effects too. Effects can be a huge part of sound design. It's a huge part of sound design. I can show you that in a minute. I'll try to do some tutorials eventually, but I don't think I'll teach you anything more than Virtual Red or Mike Gordon, because they also made tutorial at some point. But yeah, I played with the EQ here. I boosted the low ends a little bit, the sub and the bass. So layered with the acid stomper, this is how I called it. This sounds like this. The kick also is very nice. I don't think I made that kick. I think I just used a kick from FL Studio. Groove Kick 27. That's all. A little bit of effects, cut some of the high ends. I think it was just working very well. This is a very simple bass to make too. Again, I've used Serum for that. So, yeah, unison at 9 on both oscillators. LFO 1, I gave this shape to the envelope. So volume goes up and down. This is linked to the level here too, by the way, so you can see that's the volume. It just goes up and down immediately. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's how it sounds with a filter here, because I'm cutting some of the high ends too, or else it's just too fucking much. Yeah. So yeah, DT on oscillator A is at 25, this is by default, and on oscillator B it's at 10 or 9. The oscillator B also is 1 octave higher. LFO2 on the vibrato here called fin. I don't know what that refers to, but yeah, and the rate is at 1/4. LFO1 was at 1/4 too. And yeah, and this is like cranked to the max, so if I remove this, for example, it sounds very straight. If that makes sense. And if I turn this on, it sounds very dissonant. So in the effects, we have a hyperdimension. This is for stereo, pretty much, a little bit. Some distortion. And a phaser. It really creates this ghostly vibe. I really like it. I added that like on the very late stage of the track. We have a bunch of effects here too. So that's how it sounds without the effects from the mixer. And that's how it sounds by default in Serum. Yeah, some delay a little bit. I don't remember where this starts playing, but I don't even know why I had a delay. Yeah, an OTT. Some EQ, just to remove some of the low ends because we have the sub bass anyways that is gonna be there. So if I turn it on and yeah. And above reverb. So yeah. Oh yeah, about the drums, I think I also added like, so we have the groove kick, but we also have like an acoustic kick in the back. Another OTT because I like OTTs, and a bit of delay to create this you know, yeah. The delay kind of just adds delay. I don't know what else to say. So that's how all the parameters are. Distortion. How long did it take? Like, when was the first soundtrack for the mod created? I can look that up if you want. What's the trigger for this to play in game? Is it just the presence of a scent nearby? I saw on the wiki that scents have different types of tasks, so maybe only during an attack related. So whenever there's a scent, it works like a raid, right? There's this boss bar at the top. And this track will play if you're in the era of ascent, and it will stop when the ascent is destroyed. But for now, it doesn't really work well because depending on the phase or the ubiquitous whatever development, ascent disappears after a certain wave of mobs, so the track just won't play entirely. Yeah, which sucks, but it's fine because the higher you go, the longer you'll hear the track. I did not think of that, but that's how it's good in game. I didn't know how it was gonna sound. I just made it. But I've been able to face ascent and hear the track entirely at some point because it would just not stop jumping me. So it was kind of cool. But how long did it take to finish Grounded? I can check that right now. Damn, I spent 32 hours on this project. I thought I would have spent way long. No, 32 hours is a lot. Well, without counting the time I've been spending explaining you what I did, but I spent around 32 hours on this project. I started making it in 2024 in January. But yeah. Why do I feel like 32 hours is not long enough? I feel like I spent way more time on this. But I did. 32 hours is a lot, but I just don't realize. Let me show you. I don't think I'm going to go through everything. This is a long track, and I'm already like... I don't know what else could be interesting that you want to know, but like I also have like the guitar here. Remove all the effects real quick. The guitar is from Ample Metal Eclipse. It's a very nice plugin. And you have a lot of different guitar presets. I kind of played around, I think, with this one. I'm not so sure anymore. You can do a lot. It's just a full entire guitar integrated into a plugin, pretty much. And yeah, it sounds sick as fuck. I did a VQ on it. I did some reverb, delay. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in the atmosphere. Like this still sound too. I don't know if anyone can notice that, but it's just really I think it's cool, it works. I kinda like doing this kind of stuff when I make atmospheric music. So you have very basic stuff here again, like I don't know if I need to explain anything if you use Serum. But, like, you should know how this shit works. Yeah. So when you pay attention, there's just a lot going on. You asked, what was the question? When was the first soundtrack for the mod created? Let me check that real quick. The first soundtrack for the mod was The Call. How much time did I spend? I think I spent less time on The Call than I spent on Grounded. The project is opening. All right. I have made this project in 2022 on December 13. I spent 9 hours on this project. That's the call. 9 hours is not a lot. I mean, it is a lot, but yeah. Spent 9 hours doing this. It's ambient. It's not that hard, I'd say, but another track I wanted to show off today was Dominion. I don't know if I want to show Dominion or I might. I just need to get some water. I'm gonna take a break. It's been an hour. Please stick around. It's gonna be cool. I like having people. I just like chatting, to be fair. I'll see y'all. Give me a second. I'm back. I'm gonna try and be quick for this one because I'm having a headache and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep going. I'm just starting to have a head. I could try and get some painkillers, but I just hold on. But it's gonna take time to act. Give me a sec. Which soundtrack did you like the most? Um, did I like making? The soundtrack I like the most. I don't know. I would have to do a top 20 because I have 20 tracks in total. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Uh, I think Chant of the Beacons is great, and From Below and Insanity. I really like these. These ones are one of my favorite, at least. With this one too. Anyways, oh, Hive Mind is good too. I really like Hive Mind. Anyways, hold on, my screen is dirty. All right. That is Dominion. And if you remember how it sounds, well, actually, let me turn this on. Hello. Welcome. appreciate it. I really like Dominion. It's like one of my favorite, especially at this part. It's very tense. But yeah, I wanted to re-listen to that before I go through it. So, a lot of things are going on here too. I don't know if I'm going to go through everything, but I want to show a very interesting sound here that is a literal horse. So yeah, that's a horse sound. I'll get to that. I'll get to this part. And should I go to this part now? No, I'll keep it for the end. So this sound here. I think I resampled. Oh no, never mind. It's from Labs. Oh my god, you can't see it. It's fine. It's from the library called Arctic Swells, and the preset is called DK. And it's from the Labs plugin. It's a free library. Basically, that's a sound, and I destroyed the shit out of it with a lot of effects, and I like it. Sounds cool. So first off, we have an EQ here. I've cut above some of the high ends, although there's not much. I don't really remember why I did that. It's kind of random, but I'm pretty sure I got something out of it at some point. I forgot what it was. Well, this pitch shifter sounds extremely darker. Snap head with a convolver, because I love convolver. And I'm using the Falkland Palace Royal, whatever, I can't see the name entirely, sound. I don't know how convolver works, but it's cool as fuck. I really like it. It's a very nice effect. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it does the thing it does, but I just like what it does. OTT here. For no reason. Reverb. Saturator. A little bit of distortion is nice. But it's not just distorted, it's gonna make it like noisy. So yeah. That was what I was thinking of when I remember using animal sounds as first. Yeah, it's what I do sometimes. What I'd like to know is how you made the handpan sound. That's literally from Contact. It's the Pandrum library. It's really simple. Piano here. Really simple one. From Pianotech. It's Pianotech 8 Pro. I really liked it. I really like it. A little OTT, but the OTT here comes in later because in the intro, like, the sound is rather smooth. But around here, I did some modulation and it just literally just... It's more harsh. And I think also, like, the hardness is a bit... Yeah. I think I have a little... Oh, I'm using a different piano here. Oh, no, yeah, no. So the piano in the intro has a very low velocity. Sounds a bit more smooth. But, like, I use a different piano here, where the velocity is a bit higher. It hits a bit more. Plus, we have an OTT that is triggered, but it's not triggered right now, and I don't know why. Does the modulation just not work? Or maybe I just don't... Or is it for the last part? Oh, it's for the last part. Never mind, so the OTT doesn't do anything here. So yeah, well, whatever. Delay. That I think comes also afterwards because there is no delay here. I did a modulation. Yeah, I modulated the mix here, so the mix of the delay, so it just kind of just rises up the further we go. And then we start hearing it here. So yeah, so you have this piano with low velocity and the higher velocity that are linked to the same channel. They all share the same effects. But they're just modulated and comes in the middle of the track. So yeah. An EQ here from Kiloheart Slice EQ. Just to remove some of the harsh frequencies. But don't hear much of a difference now, but it's fine. Reverb. And we have this that plays along with it. Oh yeah. Hello. Welcome, Metalloid. All right. We have this heartbeat type bass that is made with serum. It's a very simple sound. It's just a saw wave, a note, an LFO linked to the filter, a low pass filter here on the cutoff, and that's really it. I don't know why I have a macro here that increases the speed. I don't know if I used that. I can't remember. I don't know how my track sounds. Oh yeah, it does. The speed does increase at the end. So yeah, a bit of reverb too. Never mind, no reverb. Just an EQ, just to cut more of the high end. What creates the deal is the convolver and the sound I'm using for it. It's kind of cool. Some distortion to make it a bit more fat. Yeah, that's really it. A sound I've called cry. We don't really hear it, but if we pay attention. I mean, no, we do actually. It's really in the back. It adds a lot to the atmosphere. If I remove it, you can hear the difference. It's very subtle. So I made that very simple again, like a saw wave, unison at 7, fuck ton of reverb, and an LFO on the that creates sort of vibrato on the fin, and a filter to get some of the high ends. Another EQ here on the mixer. So yeah, cutting some of the low ends. Another snap head, because why not? I don't even know why I use those anymore. Overdrive, preset, distortion, and we're good. That's really simple sound to make. You don't have to worry about that. It's for mixing purposes. So that's a chorus, but it's a resampled sound. It comes from Contact Factory Library, but I've resampled it. And bunch of effects. An EQ, just to rebalance a few frequencies. RC20 retro color is the crib of dissonance with the wobble, and I don't know what this thing does. Just kind of just makes the sound a bit. It kind of chops the sound very rapidly. Vocal synth from Isotope. Couple of things going on here. Fruity delay. OTT. Reverb. And there we have it. Have you ever tried Valhalla Supermassive before? Nope. Is that quite a bit, along with Fruity Reverb too? I've never used Valhalla. I wanted to, I just never did. I kept forgetting about it. That's pretty much all the sounds here that are going on. The horror sound. So that's, I don't even fucking know how I did that. I found a random horse sound online, and I've resampled the fuck out of it. I've played with the... That's how the original sound sounds like. I've pitched it down too. So yeah, I've pitched it down use the crossfade. I've turned it to max. I played around with the length and I don't know what SMP start stands for, but I just played around with these things. I really messed about with it. So the crossfade does it kind of just keeps your sound like playing when you click on it, when you hold it. But if you don't have this, oh, never mind. It's weird. I don't even know. I don't remember. Oh my god. I don't even know. I don't. Why am I making this stream if I can't explain what I did? There's a way to use this thing, but it really depends how you import the sound. Let me give an example. I'm gonna just create a new project. I'm terrible at explaining stuff. So let me use whatever, just anything. I need animal sounds. Fuck off. I have so many projects. No, not that. Let's use an elephant sound. Fuck it. Alright. So there's a different... If I import the sound directly here on my thing... On the arrangement, whatever place. So I'm gonna have the sound in like this here, but I want to be able to use it the same way. It's strange. So for example, this is not playing. Never mind. I just did an oopsie. All right. Oh, this is a pretty big sound. Let me use these. Let me just use a smaller sound. Doesn't matter what I use. I think it'd be a good example. All right. There's different ways of using that. I don't know why it's this way, but it's just that's how it works. Well, I think I know why, but I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, so if I imported the sample directly here on the board there, I'm gonna have it here in my channel rec. And I actually don't think it matters. I think I'm talking shit. Hold on. I don't think it actually matters what I'm explaining. So why the fuck did I started thinking that there was a problem? I think I encountered a problem at some point. I thought it was... I don't know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Forget about it. So I do have my sound here. So if I click on it, it's just gonna keep playing. But if I use the crossfade, I have to hold it in order to have it playing continuously. So that's cool. So now I can just use it in my piano roll. But if I don't use the crossfade and I play it here, I just play one note and it just keeps playing non-stop. So I would just have like a fucking mess. It just won't stop. So yeah. So the crossfade allows to just play the sound on the when you hold when you just hold the key. I'm terrible at explanations. I'm sorry. But you just have to recreate this for yourself and see how it works. or watch a tutorial because I'm horrible at explaining. So yeah, I'm really just playing around with this stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much how I play with the horse sound and how I made it. I did a bunch of effects on it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of not, really not good at explaining things. I don't wanted to make this stream, but like, I don't even know if people actually get what I'm saying. You have to be making music in order to get that, but or not. But I also think I'm having a headache right now, and I took a painkiller, but it doesn't really change much. I don't know if it's because I've been too much on screen, and I might need a break. It's been like an hour and a half. But I think the beginning of the stream was kind of alright, but now I'm just zoning out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream for today. Yeah. I think I did enough, at least for, I feel like I did enough. Thanks for joining. It was still fun to have people around. I don't know if I'm going to stream later on Rutch Games. I just might, or I might not. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll see you around on the Discord. Make sure to join. Links in the description. I'm sorry if this was kind of bad. I'm not good with explaining stuff, especially in English. I just feel like I was kind of not doing great today with this. But yeah, see you around. Thanks for joining regardless. It was fun to have you all. I appreciate like just hanging out with you. So yeah.